Toby Camille, and this is his exit interview for his internship that he has completed here at Nourish the Planet. Go ahead and give us a brief background of yourself and your education and where you come from.
I'm 23 years old, from Charlottesville, Virginia. I was educated at Charlottesville High School in the public school system, and then went to University of Vermont where I studied ecology. And I've been living in Colorado for about 6 months now, and doing an internship at Nourish for about 4 months.
What type of internship did you do here?
I did an aquaponics internship, so working with all the microgreen systems, wheatgrass, basil, lettuce.
And you were with us for about 14 weeks now? So.
Yeah.
All right. And what was your goal when entering this program?
I wanted to learn more about the technical aspects of growing in these aquaponic systems, and it's been very educational.
What are some projects you worked on during your internship here?
We built a closed-loop sprouting table to help prevent aphids from infesting our sprouts, and that was a pretty good project. And then had a pretty big hand in building the AQ1 system that's hanging in the warehouse now. So those were some good ones.
Do you feel that you had the resources needed to complete these tasks?
Definitely. Never felt a lack of tools or ideas at any point. Yeah.
What are some additional resources you would like to have seen?
From a design aspect, I think that we could use some more tools, maybe digital tools, to mark up and draft designs on a computer. It's a lot easier to share designs that way as opposed to something hand-drawn.
Definitely. Do you feel your internship was a valuable learning experience?
Definitely. Learned quite a bit about growing indoors.
What did you learn that you plan on using in the future?
I'd like to start a company that grows aquaponics, vegetables, fruits for human consumption, so I think that this is going to be a good stepping stone.
How do you think your internship will help you move into a new career?
I think it's mostly from a knowledge standpoint. What I learned here is going to help me create a solid business plan and a solid design for an eventual company, hopefully in the very near future.
And you worked on the weekends mostly, so your supervisor was Dan. Go ahead and describe your relationship with your supervisor.
He's a great person to work with. He knows a lot about building and a lot about growing, and did a very good job of coming up with creative projects to work on when there wasn't always something outlined. So,
was he easily accessible?
All the time.
How knowledgeable do you feel your supervisor was?
He is a master of his crafts.
Do you feel that your supervisor shared as much of their knowledge with you as possible?
Absolutely.
And how organized do you think your supervisor was?
He is so organized. Cross the T's, dots the I's.
How respectful do you think your supervisor was? And give some examples.
He's very supportive, making any mistakes, building, which happens all the time, or during the harvest. He always went about it in a very calm and collected way, telling me what I was doing wrong, how to do it better, and eventually it's tough.
Describe your interaction with other staff.
Very positive. I think from day one, I went out to a huge lunch with everybody here and got to meet everybody, and ever since then I've had nothing but good interactions with the whole crew.
Do you feel that your internship coordinator was a good resource throughout your internship?
Absolutely. Never felt a lack of communication or resources.
Give an example. Now that you've completed or you're close to completing your internship and knowing everything that you know, would you choose to do it again?
Absolutely. It's time well spent.
What was your favorite part of the internship program?
I really enjoyed getting in the container and working with the wheatgrass every day and learning actually how that process goes down, and hearing back from Deb about what happened to the alpacas and comparing that to how the trays looked before. So the whole relationship with the ranch and seeing that cycle through and through, going up there delivering trays, I think that was a really holistic experience, and see your work, producing something.
Most definitely. Is there something that we could do in the future? Cut this thing. What was the single most exciting event or thing that you did during your internship?
I'd have to say the final moments of setting up the AQ1 container, because I was here on the day that we finished that, and pumping all the water through the piping we had just put up and seeing it start to grow some sprouts was a really, really cool experience to see and know that you built a good portion of that, you know. So
awesome. What was your least favorite part of the internship program?
Cold mornings out there doing wheatgrass trays. But you know, that's the weather. That's not the internship. So that was the only challenging part, really. Yeah.
Is there anything that we can do in the future to make that part a better experience for you?
Can't control the weather, you know. More indoor systems, maybe. More.
What are some things that you feel are missing from the internship?
I think there could be more like of a design component, whether or not you're having interns like design and then actually build something, but at least maybe have some sort of structured like design, kind of like tasks just for them to work on over the course of, you know, the internship, and maybe at the end to at least sit down with Wayne and you know, talk to someone who's experienced in that field. And I think it would just be a valuable experience for someone to sit down, draw up a system, whether or not it's going to get built, and get some, you know, constructive criticism back. And who knows, maybe it would be a great design and lead to something. Yeah.
We kind of asked this question throughout the internship, but is there anything else that you think we should change for the next intern in your position?
You know, I think that design task is really the only thing, just because I know that a lot of the other interns that I talked to were interested in that component. So that's really the only suggestion I'd offer. Otherwise, I think it's, you know, it's very informative, and I think it offers something for, you know, anybody who's interested.
All right. Well, that concludes the interview. But before we end, what do you think you can do to make the planet a better place?
I think I can take the ideas that I learned here and expand upon them, and hopefully start a really successful business providing healthy, local, organic produce year-round to people in Front Range.
Well, we were delighted to have you part of our family, and we hope you stay in touch and let us know where life leads you.
You know it.
All right. Very good. Thanks.
Yeah.